Okay, welcome back everyone for another deep dive. And today
Yeah.
we're getting into something that honestly might not sound all that
Yeah.
exciting at first.
Yeah.
We're talking about sitemap.
Type maps.
But trust me on this one.
Yeah.
This is a deep dive that can really change
Yeah.
how you think about your website, your SEO,
Absolutely.
and really your whole strategy for showing up online.
It's secret weapon.
Yeah, yeah. We're talking about using sitemaps to basically steal your competitors'
Yes.
SEO secrets.
That's right.
All above board, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
But we're going to learn how they're doing what they're doing
Yeah.
so we can do it better.
That's the goal.
So I guess to get started, for anyone
Yeah.
who maybe isn't super familiar with sitemaps,
Yeah.
what exactly is a sitemap?
Well, it might not sound like the most exciting thing in the world,
Right.
but imagine you're Google,
Okay.
okay, and you're trying to understand a website. You're trying to figure out what's on it,
Yeah.
what all the pages are, what the content is.
Right.
A sitemap is basically like a roadmap.
Okay.
It's like a blueprint for your website.
Okay.
It tells Google, hey, here's all my important pages. Here's all the stuff I want you to know about.
So it's like we're giving Google a guided tour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of letting them wander around aimlessly,
Right.
we're saying, hey, come check out this awesome content over here.
Don't miss this.
This is the good stuff.
Okay, so that makes sense for our own website, right?
Yes.
We want Google to find everything.
Absolutely.
But where do our competitors come into this?
So this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Because think about it. Your competitors have sitemaps too.
Right.
And those sitemaps can tell you a lot about their strategy
Okay.
for how they're approaching SEO, how they're organizing their website,
Okay.
what kind of content they're focusing on.
So we can basically peek behind the curtain,
Yeah, exactly.
see what's working for them.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm liking where this is going. So how do we actually do this?
Okay, so there are a few key things to look for
Okay.
when you're comparing sitemaps.
Okay.
First, you want to look for what we call content gaps.
Content gap.
Yeah, so basically, you're looking for areas where your competitors are covering topics that you're not.
So they're talking about something
Yeah,
I'm not even mentioning.
exactly. So let's say you're a plumber,
Okay.
and you're looking at your competitor's sitemap,
Yeah.
and you see they have a whole section on emergency plumbing services.
Okay.
But you don't even mention emergency plumbing on your site.
Interesting.
That's a content gap.
Gotcha.
And it could be a sign that you're missing out on potential customers.
Yeah, makes sense. So basically, we're using their sitemap to find opportunities to create new content
Exactly.
that fills those gaps.
Yeah.
And attracts more customers.
Absolutely.
Okay. What else should we be looking for?
Another big one is keyword placement.
Keyword placement. Okay.
So you want to look at how your competitors are using keywords within their sitemap URLs
Okay, sure.
and page titles.
So the actual words they're using in the web addresses.
Yes, exactly. Because those keywords can tell you
Okay.
what search terms they're trying to rank for.
So it's like they're leaving clues about their SEO strategy right there in their sitemap.
Yeah, it's like a little treasure map.
That's pretty cool. But wouldn't Google already know all this stuff?
They do, but Google's algorithms are constantly changing.
Right. Always updating.
There's actually a Google patent that's really relevant here.
Okay.
It's called document scoring based on query analysis.
Document scoring based on query analysis.
Wow. And what it basically says is that Google is looking at how keywords
Okay.
fit into the overall context of your website.
The bigger picture.
Exactly. They want to see that your content is relevant and that it's part of a cohesive theme.
So it's not just about stuffing keywords in wherever we can.
No, it's about creating content that makes sense
Right.
and that flows naturally
Okay.
within the structure of your website.
Gotcha. So Google is getting smarter, which means we need to be smarter too.
Exactly.
But how does Google actually understand all these connections?
Well, that's where another interesting Google patent comes in.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, this one's called generating structured data from unstructured content.
Okay, that sounds a little complicated.
It is a bit technical, but basically it means that Google is getting really good at understanding the meaning of your content,
Okay.
even if it's not explicitly formatted in a specific way.
So the reading between the lines.
In a way, yes.
That's pretty impressive.
And sitemaps actually help with this
Okay.
because they provide structured data signals.
So by having a clear sitemap, we're making it easier for Google to understand what our website is all about.
Exactly.
Awesome. So we've talked about what sitemaps are and why they're important, But let's get practical. How can we actually use competitor sitemaps to improve our own SEO?
Okay, so let's go back to that keyword placement idea.
Okay.
Let's say you're a bakery, and you notice your competitor's sitemap has a lot of URLs with the phrase custom cakes in them.
Okay.
That tells you they're trying to attract people searching for custom cakes.
Right, they're trying to rank for that term.
Exactly. So now you can look at your own sitemap
Oh?
and ask yourself, am I making it clear to Google
Yeah.
that I also offer custom cakes?
So we can use their sitemap to inspire our own content and keyword strategies.
Exactly. You can see what's working for them
Right.
and then adapt those strategies for your own website.
Smart. Any other actionable tips like that?
Yeah, so remember those content gaps we talked about? Well, analyzing competitor sitemaps can also help you discover what
Yeah.
we call unused content silos.
Unused content silos. What are those?
So content silos are basically groups of pages
Okay.
that focus on a specific topic. Like, let's say your competitor has a whole section on their site
Yeah.
dedicated to vegan baking recipes.
Okay.
And you also offer vegan baking,
Yeah.
but you haven't really organized your content that way.
I see what you're saying.
Their sitemap can give you a blueprint
Yeah.
for creating your own content silo
Right.
that could attract a whole new audience.
So we can see how they're structuring their content
Yeah.
and then use that to improve our own site structure.
Exactly.
It's like getting a free website makeover from our competitors.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
But what about the technical side of things? How do we actually compare sitemaps?
There are a lot of different tools out there.
Okay.
Some are pretty basic.
Mm.
You can just download sitemaps
Yeah.
and compare them side by side.
Okay.
Others are more sophisticated.
Mm.
They use AI and machine learning
Wow.
to analyze massive amounts of data
Oh,
and identify patterns and trends.
sounds like there's a whole world of sitemap analysis tools out there.
Oh, absolutely.
So to wrap things up,
Yeah.
it sounds like sitemaps are kind of like a secret weapon
They are.
for understanding our competitors and improving our own SEO.
Absolutely.
By analyzing their sitemaps, we can learn so much about their strategies
Yeah.
and use that information to our advantage,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to local search results.
That's key.
So now that you know about this powerful tool,
Hmm.
are you curious to see what your competitors are up to? I know I am. I'm definitely going to be digging into some sitemaps after this.
It's a fascinating world.
Yeah. And who knows, you might just find yourself outranking the competition in no time.
That's the goal.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
See you next time.